Hi everybody, and welcome to another weekly connection. Now last time we talked about truth, and this time we're going to talk about truth some more. I know it's a difficult subject to grasp. So we have Lady Athena, we have Lord Kutumi, we have Saint Germain, we have Lord Hilarion, and then of course, all the usual, Lord Mahay, Jaculin always likes to come around. So the Serapis Bay, I'm just stopping now. Okay, good. So here we go. So let's do our thing, all right? So we're gonna spray the Cosmic Cleanse spray so that your aura is nice and clear. Excuse me. That was that frog. I don't know how he got in there. Then we get the Cosmic Thrust Oil, and we just take one drop, and we put it in our hands, and we rub our hands together, bring it into our energy field, cup our hands together, and take a deep breath in. And that 15-second breath meditation will align us, heaven and earth, and protect us on all sides, as well as allowing us excuse me, to connect through time and space. Now, if this frog will leave my throat, we'll be ready to go on. All right. So we're going to talk about truth in duality. So truth in duality is that most truth is not truth. Most truth is duality. Duality is not truth. So when we come from truth, we're coming from this place of centeredness, of oneness, not of having my strong opinions or judgments the way, not having my opinion. And I can have opinion, we've talked about this, but I can't tell you that my opinion is right. I can tell you that it's my opinion. The only way I know what is right is through what is called knowing. In knowing, there is no duality. In knowing, we are in a centered space within ourselves where all the words are gone. It's a feeling. That's why we call it knowing. It's a feeling, and that feeling is love. So when we talk about truth, last time we talked about how really the truth does not have harm attached to it. It's a little windy. The truth isn't hurtful because the truth is love. So the truth comes out of love. But when we're in duality, we're not coming from that place of knowing or of love. So our job as the light seeds is to continue to work on ourselves to come from that place of impeccability, as Saint Germain just said. So impeccability means, like, we're working on the manifestation chakra, and our words must be impeccable. We must be very clear about the vibration and the intent of our words. So it's very important not to have negative thoughts or feelings or communications. It is very important that we come from that calm, centered knowingness, which is truth. That is where you see the truth. So truth isn't something I can tell you, Because we live in duality. In duality, you have the yin and the yang, right? The yes and the no. The false, the true. But none of them are what they say they are. They are all just man's concepts of how things should be, according to that person. Not according to any divine force. So the idea is for us to start to bring our energy from a divine force in that oneness, to be that oneness. And then ultimately, in seeing your truth, you transcend the duality. Is the duality still there? Sure. Yeah. But do I see the duality? Do I know the duality? Do I care about the duality? No, I don't care about the duality. Yes, I do see it. Right? Yes, you do know it. So I know that everything is in duality in this dimension right now where we are. And that we are working to bring that oneness. In cosmic consciousness, we connect with all our buddies in nature, in spirit, all of the wildlife, all of the energy on the planet, that we work in relationship with each other to support one another. Right now, man is not working in support with nature, and nature is having a fit back at us. Some of us realize it and get it and are trying to change, and others of us don't care. And unfortunately, the people, that decide that you're going to get water in a plastic bottle, make it harder and harder for you to not buy a plastic thing, to only use organic. I was doing the grocery shopping, like getting ready to grocery shop, making my list. And I said, we never had to look at the chemistry. I have to take someone with me to the grocery store because I can't read any labels, or I have no idea. But I know what I want because I look on the computer, you see, and I can get those pictures and I can read those things and I can do my job that way. Well, we never had to study the chemistry behind foods before growing up, did we? We didn't need organic food because nobody adulterated the food. So it's gotten fairly bad in our generation. And now the youngsters are really, really, really knowing this and wanting change. So now you see a great movement to be kinder and better to the earth. I hope we're making headway. Now, I don't know if we're succeeding. Because truth isn't something that many, many humans take into account. Because they're caught in the duality of worshiping the money god, power. That's all they want. So our job is to stay in that place of oneness so that you can start to dissolve the lines between duality, and then you can see truth. You can feel the truth. You can know the truth. You may still choose a lot of the same things, as Katumi often says, but the point is that I chose it because of the knowingness of that choice. So this is our goal, to break that duality. I don't know if break is the right word, but definitely dissolving the living in the duality. You definitely want to dissolve it and be in that place of oneness. I can't think of a better word. I'm sure there is a better word. But the point being that we want to be in harmony, in a knowing, and in that knowingness we're in truth. So how do we get out of the duality? By being the light. The more you be the light, the more those neuroreceptors in your brain will stop feeding you a lot of garbage that you were fed. So you just keep on being the light seed that you are. You practice your light techniques more and more and more. So let's do it. Let's bring that light in. And you should be tethered, heaven and earth, 24/7. And that'll keep that going around you. All right? And so we bring it on in through our crown, and we bring it on down and out our feet into the earth to the mother. And the mother welcomes us, and we push down even further because she wants us to hold on to that grid system, which is her energy. And then we bring it back up the back of us, and it goes back to source with the mother in it and back down with the father. So we do that. Heaven and earth, father and mother, yin and yang. So that you are that little, ever ready battery of light all the time. And this time we bring it down from the mother and really feel that grid and feel the mother. She has been going through an awful lot lately. There are a lot of zizzy energies happening. And we give that light back to the mother. If you have any kind of light technique, it doesn't matter what it is. You give it to the earth, you give it to celestials, you share it not just with humans and with dogs and cats, with everything. And then you bring it back up, and this time it's going to waterfall out the top of your head and fill your root aura. Now we want to change our DNA in that root aura to lighter beings than we are now. And we are making lighter beings. You see these babies coming in, they're phenomenal. All babies are 5D, right? Ever since 2011. Nobody below 3D, nobody below 5 was allowed to reincarnate onto Earth. So only all the 3Ders are what are here. And now it's a matter of moving the vibration upward to higher vibrational folk. So we want that to shift so that we can be fifth dimensional beings, and we talked about that previously in the Ascension videos. And then we move it again outward to our sacral chakra, where I'm sure Lord Katumi will have a thing or two to say, because he always does. Because this is the focus of humanity, the second and the third chakras right now. We must master losing the dictation of this duality. And that means finding truth beyond duality, beyond anything that is a belief or a saying. It's that knowingness, that feeling. So we'll just drench that aura with that light. But we change ourselves. And as we project out, we help to others to change as well. And then we go into the solar plexus, where our power and the power of the collective consciousness shifts from that of ego-based to love, to light. And within that, we find our truth. And then the heart chakra, aura, where we push that light out so that we can help all of those who are suffering on the planet feel more love, feel light. There's a lot of people suffering for whatever their reasons. And we need to send them love, that they can help to go through whatever they're going through in the clearest way, fastest way possible. The body is a way to kick off karma but it's a tough way to kick off karma. And then we go up to our throat. And right before that is the conscious intention, right on your thymus. And that is where we're expressing ourselves with our words, with our actions, with our thoughts, clearer and clearer and clearer, more loving and loving and loving. And then into the throat where all that we are, all that we say, and all that we do is love. When you do that, you see the truth. And again, I cannot tell you what truth is. You must feel it yourself. And then we bring it up to the third eye, where we know that we are doing a great job as these divine beings, sharing and being a light seed with the world. And the crown, where we wear our crown proudly, knowing that we are doing our very best 24/7. And when your ego comes in and your mind goes yakety, 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 yak, oh, just bring it back to center. Don't worry about it. Just start again. And bring that light all the way out. It has to be out at least 12 inches. I'm sure most of you are doing more, because of both the earth energies and because of the human energies on this planet are going a little berserk. And as we go into this stage of transition, you'll hear us say it a lot. You know, the crazies get crazier, you know, and all our emotions are accelerating, and the spiritual gets spiritualer. They say the good get gooder, just because we're into saying it weird. But anyway, you know, it's dividing us out even more. So you're seeing even more of that duality. So it makes it even more difficult to see the truth. And then there's so much propaganda out there to know the truth. Truth isn't going to come in the way of a video of someone telling you something. It's going to come from inside of you, from that place of quiet. Quiet. There is no sound there. There is no opinion there. So let's keep pushing that out a good 18 inches. And that golden light that we wear helps everyone else on their journey, protects us, and allows us to be less judgmental. So we definitely want to wear our garment, our empathic shield, 24/7, as much and as strong and as big and as light as possible. And then people will recognize you for your light. They'll see you and they'll go, oh, it's so good to see you again. Even though it's been a very long time since you've been there or whatever, they will see your light. It's not about you. It's about the light. So let's wear our light and let's spread that light so that we may all find our truth. I love you all. And I'll see you next week. Oh yeah, I kept forgetting to tell you to subscribe and all that junk. So be sure to do that for me. Thank you. I love you. Bye.